It's time to put on our Jim Loeb hat, folks. Yes, he who never met a design he didn't want to modify, because that's what we have to do with this design. You see, Amaryllidine Footpede, the nice lady who runs the bookstore at Concordia College in Moorhead, Minnesota, likes the design, just not enough to buy it. She wants to modify the design, moving this logo at the top of the art down to the bottom, replacing the football. And by the way, she doesn't have the school's logo in our database yet, so we need to create that new icon as well. So we got two things to do: modify the art and create a new icon to go in that art. Something we never could have done in Exapta, but we can do now that we've got Queen Axe on our side. So we'll start by going to the center of the screen, clicking on the Create Modify Options button, where we discover that Lady Logic, Queen Axe, has lumped all of the modification possibilities under what heading, whether it's new art, art modification, art modification name drop, new art size, or new icon. You'll find them all under that one button. And by the way, this art modification name drop, if you click on that, it is just there to remind you that name drops can easily be changed on the name drop tab. If that's really what you wanted to do, then you just click on yes and it'll take you to the name drop tab. I'm going to click on no because I really do want to modify. That opens up a screen filled with fine print that you only need to read once. It's letting you know that if all you wanted to do was change the process, in other words, create an embroidery design out of the screen print design, or change the art group, changing this from an iconable design to basic art, you simply do it right there. But we want to go ahead and modify the actual design, of course, so I'm going to click on OK, and that immediately creates a new number for this design. I click on OK, and Queen Axe wants to know what size the design is going to be. It's defaulting to full, and that's what I want, so I click on OK. Now I've got to tell her what location to place that design, and I want it on the back middle center. And now it's time to actually describe the modification. And this is what the actual description might read. So I've got my art modification in place, and of course the image that used to go with the design has been replaced by blank space because that picture no longer applies to this modification that we're creating. Now it's time to create the new icon that goes into that design, so I return to the Create Modify Options button, click on it, and the other possibilities have been blanked out, but I can now create a new icon. The Queen immediately wants to know what's the name of this icon, so I type it in. I'm going to call it the Snarling Corncob, which looks just like that. And we've created a number for that icon as well. So I've got the art modification in place, I've got the icon number, and now all I need to do is describe that new icon. I've got my art modification, I've got my new icon, and I can go back and forth between the two of them just by clicking on those tabs. Then it's time to go to the name drop tab, then of course to coloring and materials, at which point I would simply save and review the art, and I'm done with a multiple modification to an original design.